Hello everyone, this is Krishika and this is our first episode of Different Walks of Life. We have Dhruvi Goyal here. She's a psychologist and a very dear friend. So today we are going to talk about life, her journey, different paths she has taken, and a lot more about her perspective towards life. So let's start.
Yeah, sure.
So the first question would be, what does different walks of life means to you?
For me, when you told me about different walks of life, it just means that how everybody has different experiences, whether they are from the same field or same background. Everybody experiences different things in different ways. So it's just to know different perspectives and just to have a glimpse of different experiences.
Yeah, perfect. That is different walks of life. Okay, so the next question would be what paths were ahead of you in life and what made you choose the one you are currently in, or would you want to change it, or would you just want to be there?
Like professionally,
In life in general.
um, so for me, if I talk apart from psychology, being a girl, there was a very simple, clear path for me to get married. Till now, nobody expects me. Like I was talking to my friend yesterday, that nobody has an expectation from me to do anything good in my life. Like for that matter, even to earn. Not in a bad way, but because being a girl and in my family, it's just my goal to be born was to get married into a good family. Not in a bad way, or I'm not trying to demean any society, but yeah, that was it. So ideally, that was the path which I was shown, but thankfully, my parents and my dad did not have that same rigid view, and he wanted me to do something and make something out of my life, whatever it was. So that is why, again, psychology was not something which was very conventional per se, but there were many options for me. The basic was to go for MBBS. I did my 11th and 12th higher secondary in science, but in the first few months I understood that science is not for me. So there were and there are still very different paths, and let's see what I choose. I'll choose in future as well.
Okay, perfect. So if you were in a parallel universe,
Hmm.
uh, what who would be Dhruvi Goyal?
I think I would be the same Dhruvi Goyal. Like I love what I have done for myself till now. It's a journey. I'm still reaching where I want to. But I feel as a person who I am, maybe I would be in different career probably. But as a person who I'm very secure in what I'm doing. So I think even in a parallel universe, I would like to be secure in what I'm doing. And if you say professionally, I would want to be an IAS officer.
Oh,
So yeah,
that's nice. So
maybe.
okay,
Maybe.
okay. So if you had to think about not just psychology but different walks of life do you want to live in this lifetime, what would that be? Like,
Oh yeah.
you can take your time.
So one would be to be a traveler.
Okay.
Yeah, like I constantly feel about that. You know, I see those travel bloggers, and I just feel that, oh my god, I want to live this life. Like I want to earn money by just traveling. So I think like a walk of life would be just to travel, not to earn money or whatever, but have enough to
Travel.
call myself a traveler and have those, stamps
Just
on my
live and enjoy
Yeah.
life, not to think about the
Yeah,
future
yeah,
ahead,
the future, the
the
current.
planning and all of that.
Yeah. So I think that is a walk of life I'll choose.
Same man, same. Okay. So, so do you factor other people's life experiences or opinions when you take your decision, or you just don't?
Yeah, like I mean, I do definitely, like I factor my parents in, my family in majority of the decision. I won't say all the decision, and I definitely also refer to my friends or my mentors or my seniors whenever there's a decision I'm not sure of. So I definitely do factor in, but uh, I think I try to like factor in but not get influenced by them. Like I try to keep a balance, that I will choose certain things which actually will make an impact, and not certain things will just influence me ki, okay, I won't do it like he did that, so I need to do this as well.
Right, makes sense.
So but yeah, I do factor in.
So, have you ever taken any decision wherein uh, people were against it, or maybe it was against the odds, but then you still did it? How did you feel about that? Were you in that situation before?
So that I have a very simple plain answer is choosing psychology, doing
Okay.
BA, Bachelor's of Arts, going into arts. Still remember when I told one of my family members that I want to, become a psychologist. So they were like, what, cycles related something you do? So I've gotten various such things. Like I was on an Activa with one another relative, and she was pretty old, and she was like, कि हमारे ज़माने में वी यूज़ टू टेक आर्ट्स, लड़कियों के पास कभी कुछ अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं होता तो उनको आर्ट्स दे देते थे, तो जितनी अपॉर्चुनिटी दे रहे, वी आर गिविंग एवरीथिंग यू वांट एंड स्टिल यू आर टेकिंग आर्ट्स. So I think I've gotten a lot of such things, but here I am, a counseling psychologist. And
That's so nice. I've never heard that पुराने ज़माने में मतलब आर्ट दे देते थे. अगर दे देते तो मुझे तो वही करना है.
exactly that is my
so
point.
nice.
मतलब हाँ, मैं पुराने ज़माने में probably arts was the only option. That is why it is degraded also कि सिर्फ
अच्छा.
लड़कियों को जिनको कुछ आगे नहीं पढ़ाना है उनको आर्ट्स दे देते हैं.
हाँ, because and then they think यार इसमें स्कोप नहीं है, but it has a lot more. And currently अगर देखा जाए तो वही चल रहा है.
Exactly.
And it's more fun.
Like more prominently. तब back then I also to be honest didn't knew कि psychology के अलावा क्या है arts में. इसलिए I went in science, but it has a lot of scope. Like anybody who comes to me like please take arts.
मतलब now also like people जो ये एज के हैं उनके पास ऑप्शन होता है ना आफ्टर 11th only, like 11th में they can choose arts or science, and we just had science and commerce, and then arts maybe humanities and stuff like that they study. I mean,
but right now NEP is changing a lot of things. Psychology be like you can choose multiple subjects, and psychology you can choose psychology with commerce and science as well.
Yeah, like with marketing and stuff. I've heard about that.
Yeah, computer.
It's more like a liberal arts system.
Liberal, exactly. IB school, multidisciplinary. Yeah, so it's coming in, which is amazing.
So nice. Yeah, that is the dream, man. Okay, so share one difficult choice you have to make and one choice you were actually sure of. In the sense that एक ऐसा decision जो बहुत difficult था पर लेना पड़ा, और एक ऐसा decision जो you were absolutely sure यार ये तो मुझे लेना ही है. ये दोनों सेम भी हो सकते हैं, अलग भी हो सकते हैं.
So but it's called as approach avoidance conflict. ठीक है, it's a theory, I won't go in it. कि एक ही जो डिसीजन तुमने लेना है उसके में देयर इज गुड एज वेल, सो उसको अपन बोलते हैं अप्रोच, एंड उसी डिसीजन में देयर इज समथिंग बैड यू वांट टू अवॉइड, प्रोज एंड कॉन्स. या सो इट वाज द डिसीजन. आई रिसेंटली डिड अ योगा ट्रेनर कोर्स and उसमें I had to go to Bangalore for around 20 to 30 days. Now I was absolutely sure of it. Like initially my brother had done it. I was like, yeah, I need to do it. I'll go for it. So it was like great. कोई second thoughts ही नहीं था. When I went there, the first 3 days I've just cried. Because it was kind of difficult. You are away from family, the whole setup, it's not very usual. It was an amazing feeling. But the first 3 days I'm just crying my balls out. I'm calling my parents ki book my flight tickets. I'm calling my friends ki mujhe idhar se leke jao. One of my friend was in Bangalore. I was like, please mujhe idhar se leke ja tu. But so it was very difficult to actually stay over there. And I was talking to so udhar we have our gurus who take our whole sessions. I was talking to her and just she told me one thing, that give 2 more days. If you can't give 2 more days, I'll book your tickets. And I just gave the whole setup just 2 more days, and I didn't want to go back. Like after the 20 days I was crying, please just let me live over here. So I think it was the best decision and the easiest decision I made. But when I went over there, it was so difficult. But you know, when you once crossed such difficult times, you feel कि यार ये कर लिया ना तो कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. Like right now it sounds very simple कि हाँ ठीक है, इसको 20 दिन योगा ही तो करना था. But if I think about that time, those 3 days, oh my god.
So what did you feel during those 3 days that you wanted to go back?
So it was more of, you know, anxiety ki where am I? Why is it new?
Could I do it or not?
I can do it or not.
Do I want to do it?
Actually, it was more than I can do it, and do I want to do it or not? Do I want myself to go through that whole process? Because you have to wake up at 5 o'clock, the whole day is like that. We eat breakfast, lunch, dinner. There are absolutely strangers around me. I don't know even a single person. We are in sort of a whole, it's in a hilly region, so बहुत बड़ा campus है उसका. So it was more of that anxiety of unknown.
Out of comfort zone.
Out of
also.
comfort zone of things you don't know, uncertainties. So it was that. But a lot of people, like I shared it with the people I was there also were there, and they asked me that what made you stay. And so my brother told me one thing. So when I was on call with him and he was trying to tell me कि रह जा, he said, just have faith in yourself.
कि तू कर लेगी.
कि तू कर लेगी. He also told me the same thing. Just give it 2 more days and have faith in yourself and the higher power. I am spiritual in nature, so he just told me कि बस faith. I think I think, to be honest, I would, before that I would never publicly tell that I am a spiritual person or I believe in higher power. But after that experience, to be honest, nothing helped me. Like no particular person. Yeah, there were my friends on call every time. My parents were there for me. But just having faith in myself and in the higher power that nothing can go wrong.
Yeah.
And
these are just thoughts.
These are the thoughts, and there is somebody who's taking care of me. So it's fine. I can give it few more days. So faith helped me.
Yeah, nice. So what changed after those 20 days? Like, did something shift in Dhruvi Goyal?
I think I started having faith in myself
More.
more. Ki, I can, like, why I was telling you, so it was like a very.
You wanted to do something and you did it.
Yeah, I did it, and not even that. It was more of ki, if I could do that, agar मैं वो difficult phase, not the whole yoga thing, but if I can pass that difficult phase, I can do anything in my life. And I think that is the whole process also has gotten a lot of patience in me.
Right.
You need to have patience and you need to let things happen the way it is supposed to be. I used to be a person I was like, you can't leave everything on the floor, you have to do everything. But now I feel that you need to have a balance. Yeah, there are certain things you need to do by yourself, but there are certain things you need to let it happen and let it happen with a flow.
It just go.
Yeah, it's just go. Some things are probably meant to.
Yeah. And sometimes things are not in your control. And
Yeah.
you cannot just hold on to it.
Yeah, because whatever I am doing, that is in my control. But what a second or third person is doing, it's not in my control. So why to keep my head around कि oh मैं ये कैसे करूँ? अभी if I want to get into a PhD college or PhD, it's not just me. There are a lot of extraneous factors. There is the college, उसका application. There are PhD scholars vacancy है नहीं. So it's not just me who has to put effort.
True.
There are a lot of things who need to be right at the similar time.
Makes sense.
So,
Yeah. Perfect. What is that one affirmation or quote that stayed with you, like or something that keeps you going?
Yeah. I am nothing. I do nothing. I want nothing.
Okay. I am nothing. I
Do nothing. I want nothing.
Oh my God.
So when there are so many things around you, when there is FOMO, she is doing that person is doing this, I am just at home doing nothing. When you just take a seat back and when you just sit and like, I am nothing. I can't do anything and I want nothing. Like obviously it's not every situation you can't apply it where you have to work hard and you just sit and think about it. But when there are a lot of outside influences which are coming on to you, there are a lot of extraneous factors coming on to you. If you just sit and think these 3 lines that I am nothing, I want nothing, I do nothing, it brings you to the present moment. When you're thinking
like
too much about
कि यार ये डेडलाइन है, ये है इतना सब कुछ चल रहा है, you just be because at the start and the end would be you are nothing now.
At the end I'm nothing. Even if I get into my PhD college, I'm nothing.
True. And that makes you stay grounded as well.
And it brings me to the present the most.
Yeah, that's nice.
Kudos on that. This is also what I've learned in the yoga course. Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. People should do that.
Oh, 100%.
Give it 5 days.
Actually 22 days.
So now, given 2 choices in life,
Oh
like
my
where
God.
where you have two choices and you want to do both of them, okay? ऐसा
हाँ.
नहीं कि यार the balance is almost equal, मतलब ये करना है और ये भी करना है. So what do you do in that particular moment, and then what is the setback? Yeah, what is the conclusion of it later on?
Like,
Have
if
you
I
been
can
in
do
situation?
both at the same time, then I'll definitely go for both doing at the same time. Like, I'm somebody who likes to multitask.
Right.
So I will do both at the same time if that's possible.
Possible.
But if that's not possible, then I'll definitely choose something which is more important to me. Yeah.
So,
Like,
what
I'll
would
rationalize
it mean?
simply. I'll
So would
rationalize.
you feel bad about not doing the other one?
Uh,
Like opportunity cost of it.
To be honest, it depends. Like, how important was it for me? And I feel ki if something was very important for me that I had to do, but it was just because of me I couldn't do it, then I think I will try my best to do it. And if still I'm not able to do it, then I think I'll be fine with it. Like,
Yeah.
I just think that I try my best in all possible circumstances, but uske baad bhi if it's not happening, then I just let things go.
So you don't hold it.
No.
Makes sense. That's good.
Well, again, it's not easy just saying as no.
हाँ.
Like, I don't want people to be like, but yeah, I think over the period I have understood what to prioritize and what to not.
Right. So have you ever been in such a situation where you had two choices and you had to pick one and it was hard initially for you?
To be honest, in my head, like, I can't think of any choice where there were two great choices and I had to pick one. Like, it can be in terms of, like, there were two jobs, I had to choose out of one. It could be those things, but again, that is you rationalize which job is better, which one is paying more.
Maybe a college.
College, no, I always had only one option in the colleges. So
that is so nice, so sorted.
No, because I didn't get anywhere else. I just had one option. So in college,
so then you just had one option, but the fact that you यार ये भी तो अच्छा कॉलेज है मैं उधर तो ट्राई कर सकती हूँ ना सो दैट इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी फॉर एग्जांपल यू डिड गेट इनटू फॉर एग्जांपल IIM okay but then you could go to Harvard as well if you in those situation what how
okay I'll tell you that. So right now it's that situation, so I'm planning for my PhD and applying to colleges. So I recently got into one private university which was in my top 10 list. Okay, so I was like, I was just applying, let's see how it goes, and I got into it. And now I'm like, whether I should get into it or not. And I think for a split second of moment, I was like, let me just get into it. It's a decent university, the professors are great. But then I realized that I don't want that what if moment because it's not my dream university. And during my master's also similar thing happened, that I was appearing for my dream university, but usse pehle I got into a private university, so I just took it as a safer choice. But this time for my PhD, I knew that I don't want that what if in my head, that what if I would have gotten into my dream university. So this time I was like, I'll have to choose one, either take the private university or the risky road to wait for the results to come for my dream university's application to open and fill it, and there is no guarantee I will get in it or not.
Yeah.
But this time I was ready to take that what if, because my whole masters have thought of what if I should have taken a year back. So like this time I don't want that what if. I might get in, I might not get in, but I know that I will, I have that trust in myself if not my dream university, I'll get somewhere, if not that dream university. So I at least want to go for that interview, experience that, because I don't want to keep myself from that experience of that interview going, that whole charm.
So like, would you feel bad if you don't get into the dream university? Would you feel कि मैंने ये time वो कर दिया?
I wouldn't feel bad. Like, I would definitely feel bad if I don't get in my dream university, but I won't feel bad about the fact that I missed, not the time, but that I missed that opportunity, because I'm thinking it practically also, because the private university will open its application in December as well. So if I don't get into my dream university, again apply there.
So that was your what if moment, and you dealt with it.
Yeah. I'm dealing with it. Every single day I'm questioning it, but
yeah. So with time, because I think that what if made you realize that इस बार वो what if नहीं लेना. So that is a learning for sure.
It was a learning.
Nice. Okay. So now I'll give you few words.
Okay.
And you have to share your perspective on it. Okay. So first could be authenticity.
I don't want to be cliche and quote Carl Rogers. So Carl Rogers therapy is client-centered therapy, where you need to be authentic and have unconditional positive regard and genuineness. So, but my understanding of authenticity comes from him, or my understanding is that you need to be, in simple terms, who you are. That's what I feel authentic is. But it's also about being unconditional to yourself and to the person who's in front of you.
Right.
So when you are unconditional, when you don't have conditions for anybody or for yourself, you're more authentic, you're more genuine. So
That's authenticity.
yeah, for me, like being who you are and being not having conditions. So that is what I try to have, zero conditions, not zero expectations, but zero conditions in my friendships, in my relationships with my family and XYZ wherever I go. Yeah.
That's nice. Okay. The second word would be responsibilities.
Oh my God. My whole life I've been told that how are you? Why are you so? What do you call it? Bada ho jana, who's somebody
Always
mature. I have always gotten that term that why are you so mature for your age? And I try to I don't know, like what should I tell them? I have no reason for it, like, but I feel I am somebody who likes to take charge, who likes to think, like for me responsibility is that everything goes well with me and around me. So for me, I am somebody who takes responsibility where it is needed. And but with I think with responsibility now, what I've understood is people who take a lot of responsibility, take a lot of charge, don't know how to say no, and don't know how to have boundaries, because around you people feel ki if she is there, she's going to do stuff. Like I still know, like my friends still do it. If you're going out for dinner, nobody will order anything till I'm there, because they feel like if she comes, she is going to order, which is fine. Obviously, it's fun, but that made me realize that this could be happening in other situations as well. That people won't take responsibility till the time I'm not there. With friends, it's fine. Yeah, dependency, and I can't be that dependable, or people can't depend on me that much. I don't think so. I'm that much dependable, or I don't want to be for every single person in my life. So I've started to create that boundary as well. And I feel that is my responsibility also, to say no to people, to create that boundary.
So do you think, like, when you take the charge, do you think sometimes you're controlling the situation altogether? So how does that feel?
Like, see, I am somebody who loves to have power. Okay, it comes with control, power. So when I have the power, I'm thriving. Like, I love it. So I like, that I don't have any explanation. I'll be honest. That need for power, affiliation, it's there.
Right.
It's there.
Okay. I think we talked about few more words, boundaries, power and all. So we'll go on to the next one. So I'll give you a phrase and you have to share your perspective on that.
Okay.
So one could be too good to be true.
Oh my God, yeah. We usually use this in terms of guys, or your romantic partners. I think that is what is coming in my head, like being too good to be true. I feel, for some reason, I always question. I used to probably question how somebody is so good.
True.
But that is when I met, during my masters, I met my roommate. Like, she was my roommate, and she's the most kindest soul you will meet. And so we were roommates in our second year, and first year we were just friends. And tab tak you were like, she's so kind, theek hai. She's kind of too good person. She won't be like that in real. Or andar se uske dil mein kuch khot hoga types. But when I stayed with her for a year, she's the most kindest soul you meet. And that is when I realized that too good to be true could be true for some people, but I have experiences where some people are just kind for no reason.
Too good is too good sometimes.
Yeah, too good is actually too good, and it's good.
Good.
Yeah. Like, I've been with she's the best, she's the messiest and the most stupidest roommate, yes. But she's the kindest, and
she might listen.
Yeah, she will listen. You put it out there, she'll. But she was the kindest and the sweetest roommate you will ever have.
Would you like to share a kind moment that comes to your mind, like, or what kindness is? or what was the gesture that made you think that she's the kindest person?
You know, it's again not about anything grand. The way, yeah, the way she would just sit and listen to me. The way, if, whenever there's any function, and she was somebody who's very good with, you know, making or wearing sari. So if there's any function in the or any event and all, our room would be filled with people because they would want Siddhi to make them. And even if Siddhi is sick, even if she has fever, she'll make sure that everybody looks proper and looks beautiful. From that eyeliner to that sari, like she wouldn't care how she's looking. I think it's also about like, so such small things you realize. She would dance her heart out. She would dance. I think that's the, you know, best indicator of kindness. For me, it's when you can just be yourself. She was herself. She didn't care what others are thinking. She might not take showers for days, but she was herself.
Nice.
She was who she is.
This brought a question that do you think like a degree, like, or a profession or anything that people do defines them? Like for example, currently what I feel that तुमने ये डिग्री कर ली, तुमने इतना कर लिया, तो तुम इतने लेवल पे हो, तुम ये लेवल पे हो, और किसी ने, and for me basically it's more like कि मुझे डिग्री, because of society I feel that डिग्री करनी चाहिए and all of that, but sometimes I feel that I just want to like live in the present and not just do that 9 to 5 if I'm not enjoying it and all of that. So what is your perspective on that? Like, would you judge people because of that, or not judge, but in the sense that would you you know, categorize, or कि यार मतलब अगर हम किसी को पहली बार मिल रहे हैं तो हम तो यही सोचते हैं ना, the first I don't get the logic, but people ask what do you do, so in that I would love to answer like I'm living in the sense like that. So what's your take on that?
I'll tell you one thing. So I also used to be somebody, you know, who would have a smirk on somebody or be like, अच्छा तुम कुछ पढ़ाई नहीं कर रहे. But that is when I realized the difference between being literate and being educated.
Yeah, right.
So literate is somebody who has many degrees or 1 or 2 degrees, but educated is somebody who's actually living their life. Like I know people in my life who have not even finished their bachelor's, but are the smartest, most generous, and the happiest people living. So I feel a lot of literate people are not even educated. They don't know how to talk to someone. They don't know how to be around people. Like I feel a lot of us around us are so conscious. Like I know a lot of people, they'll go to a restaurant and they'll be like, don't talk loudly, don't sit this. Like, who the fuck cares? Who am I? Who is judging me? I'm here with my family. The way I sit, whether I do cross leg, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like to be honest, the waiters also don't want to know why. Or अगर किसी waiters ने judge भी कर लिया, why does it matter? It's their life if they want to judge. And that is what few illiterate people have taught me. So that is where I understood that मैं भले 100 डिग्रियाँ ले लूँ, but I need to experience life, I need to live life to actually be educated. Like I call myself literate. I'm a literate human being. To be educated, it'll take a lot of experience.
True. Yeah, because society is a little tricky, I feel sometimes.
All of it.
Okay. The next question would be, it's an activity to wrap this up. It's called path ahead activity, wherein you have to put like an object in the path that you're gonna go in the next year maybe. What's that one thing that you will keep there? For example, feather for lightness, or compass for direction, or stuff like that. Anything that you would like, aeroplane for travel, anything that you want.
For me, it would be I think it would be a stone, like a stone to ground me, for me to remind of to be strong, to be present, and to be, in some way it symbolizes being consistent, right. Not just flow with whatever is coming. Like I never associate myself with water for whatever reason. I associate with stone because it always stays the way it is. तुम उसको कुछ भी कर लो, कैसा भी weather आ जाए, obviously it weathers off in few circumstances, but it always holds its space. और उसको कुछ भी तुमको ना कुछ ब्यूटिफाई करने की जरूरत नहीं है. वो उसको किसी भी चीज़ से, स्टोन किसी भी चीज़ से खराब नहीं हो सकता, कुछ ब्यूटिफाई नहीं हो सकता. It is as it is.
But so ऐसा बोलते हैं ना, change is the new constant. मतलब change तो है ही, So stone change नहीं होता, like water is keep changing.
Yeah.
And so how do you feel about that? Or maybe लोग बोलते हैं ना go with the flow. चल रहा है. तो
See, again, that's subjective. Like few people would like to go with the flow, but you know, after some point, like कितना कब तक तुम go with the flow करोगे? कब तक तुम change करते रहोगे? There will be certain
some
point
changes would come, like for
yeah,
example.
some change. अब rock में भी few changes are natural to come. ठीक है.
Right.
But that's what I want, certain natural changes to come into it. I don't want anything add on. Like in a water, you can add so many purities to it. You have to clean, you have to remove it. Rock में obviously stone में natural changes बहुत आएंगे. वो वेदर होगा, सेडिमेंटेशन सब होने वाला है उसके साथ, बट स्टिल इट इज अ रॉक, इट इज अ स्टोन, राइट? एंड अगेन चेंज इज कांस्टेंट, बट आई डोंट बिलीव चेंज is always needed, like you need to constantly change yourself. You need to
not in that sense. मतलब change जैसे you know, for example मैं 12th में हूँ, उसके बाद अब change is college and then change is job and then change is marriage.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. In that sense change is very constant, which is you sometimes you don't want it but it comes.
Yeah.
Like in that sense the word change came to me.
But I still feel like that change is going to be there. So to like when you tell that if you want something, like I think stone will be something which will hold me ground, which will hold me, you know, grounded, stay, because that is going to happen. I'm going to go to my PhD, get married, have kids and blah blah blah, gold. But if I want something to symbolize or to, you know, stay with me, it will be a stone, because I know it's going to stay with me for a longer time.
Right. It's a stable
Stay. Yeah, like I feel.
So how do you cope up with changes?
Oh, I don't cope up with. I go to therapy. Go to therapy. I'm
you
being
can
honest.
take therapy.
Like
From her else.
But yeah, like I'll be very honest. It's very difficult for me to, like, when I went to bachelor's, it was difficult for me to change. I went to a therapist, and since then I've been taking therapy.
So now that really helps you.
Yeah, 100%.
changes.
Like I've been to my bachelor's, master's, various different places, and I think therapy helps me a lot.
Because it's very difficult. People लोग बोलते हैं और लोग बहुत कर रहे हैं ना कि हम बाहर जा रहे हैं पढ़ने के लिए, हम इधर हैं, हम उधर हैं, but it is very hard to take that decision to just go there and do such things.
Very
so
difficult.
it is very courageous first. So people who are doing it, kudos to them, and people who are not able to do it, kudos to them too.
Exactly, because they know what they are not comfortable in. One of my friend once told me that you don't always need to go out of your comfort zone. You have a comfort zone for a reason, but
Use it wisely.
use it wisely. Exactly. Like I don't want to preach कि तुम बिल्कुल भी बाहर मत जाओ, but it's not like every, you know,
Use
any
the opportunity that you have in a best possible way, maybe.
Yeah. And मतलब it's हर चीज का रीजन ये नहीं होना चाहिए that I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. You need to understand that what is something which is actually fueling you, which is energizing you. If that is true, then please go out of your comfort zone.
If it's needed, उस moment पे वो तुम बॉक्स में बंद रहे हो तो तुम जाओ, but तुम अगर उसमें enjoy कर रहे हो, you're enjoying it, you are happy, then stay.
Stay for some time. It is comfort zone for a reason. Like, why do we call it a comfort zone?
मतलब हाँ, वो लोग ऐसा होता है ना कि you हर time you have to hustle and you have to be here and be there, but and we all are doing that to get a comfort, but just enjoy the comfort.
मतलब आजकल we have romanticized struggle a lot, and actually I was thinking it yesterday that struggle has become synonym to hard work.
Okay. So it was a really fun session with you. बहुत कुछ insightful था, and I think it was really really fun. So thank you everyone for watching this. If last question is if you could wrap this up in 3 words, just do that. And again, thank you. Please like, follow, subscribe, and all of that, and follow different walks of life.
Say 3 words.
3 words, and we'll end this podcast here. Thank you so much.
Happy, confused, excited.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dhruvi, for coming.
Thank you so much. Bye guys.